teaming up with CP0 just feels wrong, you know? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to One Piece, episode 1110. And yeah, we're taking on the Seraphim, teaming up with CP0, which is just fucking weird. And just trying to kind of deal with everything, figure out what's going on, all that jazz. We still have like some dangerous people coming with Saturn and Kizaru heading towards the island. We're gonna have to deal with CP0 after the temporary truce. And Bonnie is still figuring out what's going on with her dad through these memories. So it's like a lot of shit's going down. I've kept talking about how this arc just just went for it. Not a lot of build up, just kind of like started at the climax, which is pretty insane. But it's going to be interesting to see where it goes from here. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not really much else to talk about, though, so we're going to be getting right into this and hoping for the best with this episode. That being said, before we begin, I do want to remind you that we have a lot of great content to check out on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions. And on Monday, we also have a YouTuber, or at least YouTube-adjacent reactions. Shorts, specials, miniseries that don't have enough episodes, or, actual YouTube content. It's basically just anything that doesn't fit into a regular series or movie reaction. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. They are pre-recorded during the week, but uploaded on the weekend so that every day has some sort of reaction content going on for it. We also currently have a couple of Let's Plays we're going through. We're finishing up Spider-Man 2. That's going to close out tomorrow. And it'll be 3 parts tomorrow instead of just 2, just because we have an odd number. So the final 3 parts will be released tomorrow. And there will also be a video release that'll announce what the next Let's Play in that slot will be. We'll be replacing Spider-Man 2, basically. It'll also be announced in the final video of the Spider-Man 2 Let's Play. We are also playing through currently Poppy Playtime on Saturdays. Well, we are going to be playing through that currently because we're starting that this week. This is a donation reward Let's Play for Venom. And definitely curious, I guess, to see how that goes. Especially because I'm not, great with horror games. In terms of actually playing them. But we'll see. And just as a reminder, it is not a replacement for Anno Mutationum. Anno Mutationum will be back. It's just on hold for now, just taking a break before we get to the final hours of the game. So we're going to do Poppy, probably it's going to be 1 or 2 weeks, pretty much. We'll see how it goes. But if you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel search, and all in one search, type in June Double Reward Month PS5. It should take you to the correct video that will let you know everything you need to in regards how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. All of that being said, though, thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Let's get this going. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction because, yes, we do redirect all reactions on this channel. I understand you don't want to have to click through all these extra links just to get to the reaction, just to see the content, but you do know that YouTube's copyright system is really terrible. It's shitty. So because of that, just to remain safe and keep out any possible channel strikes, or even worse, a channel termination, which I've dealt with in the past and don't want to deal with again, To keep safe, we push all reactions off to another site. On the plus side, this does allow me to let you see the entire full unedited reactions completely free. That's right, completely free. No paywall, no Patreon subscription, and you don't even have to sync up your own copy. It's just all right there in the video, linked to in the description below. And I think that's pretty awesome because not all YouTube reactors can get away with that due to a lot of very valid reasons, mostly coming down to monetary reasons, if we're being honest. Still very valid. But due to that kind of stuff, a lot of reactors aren't able to give the full unedited reactions for free. A lot of it's copyright issues too, by the way. But especially without like being able to, without having to, you know, at least make you sync up your own copy. But I do pride myself on being a channel that is able to give that to you, and so I really do hope you enjoy. And after you watch the reaction, you can come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts. And will not only contain spoilers to the episode, but my general thoughts on it, general thoughts on the series, the arc, and maybe even some stuff related to the channel. You never know. That being said, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. I feel like it's almost kind of been a while since I've actually gotten irritated at a cliffhanger for this series. And it's not like an actual like irritation to the point where like I'm not mad or anything. It's just like that was such a good cliffhanger to end at, really at that point. At that quote-unquote reveal, even though the reveal technically hasn't happened yet. But that's just a good cliffhanger decision. And obviously it's not the first time that this series has done that. It's not the first time that anime in general has done that. But it's like, it just felt like the right move. So, yeah. So hopefully they don't hopefully it's not pushed off too much further and we just find out who it is next week. I guess we'll have to see. With One Piece, you never know. And I don't know how this was revealed in the manga either. And obviously, do not tell me. No spoilers. I don't want to be spoiled on what's about to happen. It's got to be York, right? Like, I can't be just crazy. Like, I mean, in some ways I am just crazy, but not in this way. Like, no one else would make sense. Obviously, it can't be Shaka. Shaka was literally just shot, probably to death. It seemed like a head wound, and there was a shit ton of blood. Shaka is very most likely dead. Obviously, it's not Stella. Stella's kind of the one being hunted. It's not going to be any of the others that have, like, really been attacked, like Edison and whatnot, and, it's gotta be York. York is the only one that makes sense. Again, like, those episodes back where it showed York first get, petrified and everything, it seemed exceptionally, like, how would I put it? Not random, that's the wrong word, but exceptionally suspicious. That's the word I was thinking of. Because it's like, oh, she's just bent down talking to S. Snake while the others are having a conversation. It's like, what is she saying? What's going on there? We're not seeing what's happening. It's like, that is excessively suspicious. Does no one see how suspicious that fucking is? And then all of a sudden, like, after she's, like, talking to her for a good time, she suddenly just says, oh, like, oh, you're so cute, and it's turned to stone. It's like, that is super fucking sus. Like, York is super fucking sus for that. And again, I stated this before, but I don't know, like, how that was done in the manga. And I don't really want to know. Like, until any kind of reveal actually happens, I don't want to know that kind of stuff because, again, spoilers. But it's like, I don't know how that scene was handled in the manga. If it was just as suspicious, just as like shifty, or shady. Shady's not the word I'm thinking of, not shifty. If it was just as shady, but it's like that was just excessively like suspicious. Like, it has to be one of the Vegapunks. There's literally no one else it could be because it wouldn't be one of the one of the Straw Hats, and the only other people who were anywhere near there at the time were CP0, and they were surprised by the bubble shield thing around the Labosphere going back up. It's not them. So by this logic, it has to be like, it just has to be York. Because I couldn't see, I just don't see it being any of the others. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like trying to figure out who the traitor was in the Akazaya 9 during the Wano arc. Like, before it was revealed to be Kanjuro, it's like this is the same kind of thing. It's actually extremely similar because you have a group of people who are supposed to all be good, and then there's one mysterious traitor amongst them. It's just, I feel like there were more options when it came to the Akazaya 9 traitor. It's like Kanjuro was my biggest suspect, but there were a couple others who I feel it could have been, and I would have believed it. But most of them were still safe in my eyes. But there was like, I don't know, like maybe two others besides Kanjuro I could have possibly believed. But still, this just feels easier to me. Like, this feels more obvious. Because I don't really believe it could be any of the others. For the various reasons I've talked about multiple times now. I mean, Lilith would be way too obvious because of her epithet being evil. Shaka being the literal opposite of that would be too obvious because it's like, oh, if it's not going to be the most obvious, it's going to be the least obvious. But we also now definitely know it isn't him. And then it's like, I don't see how it could be any of the others. Atlas makes no sense. Edison makes no sense. Pythagoras makes no sense. It's like none of the others would work in that regard, I feel. York is the only one who I feel could work. Especially with the fact that she seems almost kind of the weirdest out of the group. Like, she seems like very off compared to the others, just in terms of like even what she does. The entire eat, sleep, poop thing. It's just like that's like weirdly different from all the rest of the Vegapunk satellites. Like, why is that your thing? Why is that a thing? I know it's One Piece, but still. Even for One Piece, that felt weird. So it's like everything kind of points towards York, in my opinion. Like I said, I can't really see how it could be anyone else. But hell, maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll be surprised. We'll see. Like I said, though, do not tell me. We didn't get anything else with any of the other storylines this time. We didn't see Shanks and his crew taking on the Kid Pirates. We didn't see anything with Lon Blackbeard again. We didn't see anything with the rest of the Marines or whatnot. We've still not caught up with any of the other stuff this episode. We haven't even caught up with Bonnie again. Bonnie's storyline and her finding about the memories and stuff hasn't been touched in a little bit now. So it's just a matter of when are we going to see all that again? Because it's seemingly been a little bit now. But we will. I know we will. It's just sometimes it's hard to be patient. I'm definitely interested for the next one, though. I really want to know if I'm right here. Because if I'm wrong, I really want to know who else it could be. And if I'm right, I want to scream out that I told you so. I want to rub that in people's faces. I don't know. It's not like I think people didn't believe me or didn't agree with my thoughts or anything. It's just, I just want to, like, play up the fact that I was right. We'll see, though. We'll see how it turns out. Um, yeah, seeing Zoro, like, realize that the Seraphim have the Lunarian blood and everything. And the little joke about that he should have figured it out sooner because it seems kind of obvious and everything. It's like I love how it's like shows like the other three, Luffy, Lucci, and Kaku paneled, and then they kind of just break out of the paneling. It's like that's a good fourth wall joke. I like that. It's a subtle one too. It's not super in your face. Like it's not Deadpool level fourth wall. It's a more subtle fourth wall joke, and I can appreciate that. Yeah, I just thought that this was a good episode. I liked seeing Nami and Zeus actually do something against S Shark. Yeah, it's Shark. S Shark. Because that just makes sense that electricity would be able to have an effect. It wasn't effective enough, but it was something, and I liked seeing that. I also like Nami's struggle with attacking S Shark because of the visage of Jinbei and everything. It's very much the same kind of thing as Bonnie with images of her father and everything, but at the same time, it's like also something we can just as easily understand because we know Nami and Jinbei are super close. Um, like this isn't like a surprise or a hidden fact. We know that after like everything that happened, that Nami and Jinbei actually have a pretty strong connection. Nami cares for him very greatly because he's kind of the proof that not all fishmen are like Arlong, and that some fishmen will not only respect and care for her, but fully fight for her. It's a big deal, and he really matters to her because of that. So yeah, it's like we know that they're close. We know she adores the shit out of Jinbei. So it's just great to see that kind of character work extend here to this moment of hesitation. But also, it's great to see Zeus kind of like, encouraging her to keep going and to not let this distract her because it's not actually him and everything. Yeah, it's like it all works really well. Sanji coming in to save Nami, we knew that was going to happen, so no surprise there. Plus, it's just, it's Sanji. I also like the bubble thing because I don't think we knew that the Seraphim had the same weaknesses, though it does make a lot of sense. So I like seeing the bubble infused with the sea's energy and everything working on them, which means we again know the sea prism stone would work on them as well. There's just a lot of examples, I guess you could say, that shows that we have a way to stop them. It's just very difficult, especially when fucking Frankie falls victim to S Snake's cuteness. It's like, yes, we get it, she's adorable, but that's how she gets you. It's like, come on. It's just like how with Boa Hancock it's her beauty, with S Snake it's clearly cuteness. Like, you found her adorable, and that's how she turned you to stone. And Frankie only partially turned right there. It's like her cuteness got to Usopp and Lilith completely, and they just turned to complete stone. And the cuteness was also what got York, even though, again, that's... In my eyes, it's very fucking clear it's a ruse, and that she just ordered her to turn her to stone. Though she probably did find her cute, because I think if it works the same as Hancock's power, that is kind of a requirement, isn't it? I think. But it's also kind of hard to say, because pretty much everyone finds Hancock like hot as hell. So it's like her ability just works on everyone. Anyway, I think the only exception is Luffy, who just doesn't care about that because he's, clearly asexual. Um, or let's be honest, he's meat sexual. But it's like it's the same thing with her and cuteness, and it's like, yeah, she's adorable. So almost everyone's probably going to be able to easily find her cute, especially when she, acts cute. But that's also a very clear problem, because it's just like that's literally being weaponized here against our heroes. And it's like Boa does the same thing. I can't like say anything against it. That's a valid strategy. It's just, my God, come on, Frankie, you're smarter than this. It's like, come on. I know Frankie is like a really good guy. I know he tends to fall for stuff like this because he cares about people, and he really connects with people and stuff. He's an emotional guy as well. Um, but it's like, come on, Frankie, you're smarter than this. Lilith and Usopp, I like, sure, I can get that. Like them being tricked by S Snake, it's like, sure, okay, fair enough. But it's just like I don't completely buy Frankie being tricked as easily. Well, okay, I buy it, but I'm disappointed by it. Let's put it that way. Anyway, yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens next, and I really kind of hope I'm right about the trader thing, but I'm also interested to see if I'm wrong and what the truth ends up actually being. Because if I'm wrong, I'm very curious about what the truth is. Because I can't see anyone else being the traitor. So if I'm wrong, it's like, what is the truth? Also, at the moment, who else could be like showing up there? That's another thing to point out. Like, York was left unattended. All the others are with someone else, right? So it couldn't be anyone else right now. Just thinking about it logically. But like I said, no spoilers, all that jazz. Um, Tell me in the comments your thoughts. And before we close this out, I do want to remind you all that we have a lot of great content on the channel. Every Monday through Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions. And on Monday, we have YouTube, or at least YouTube adjacent reactions. Anything that doesn't quite fit into a normal series or movie reaction goes in this slot. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. They're pre-recorded during the week, but uploaded on the weekends, so that every day has some sort of reaction content going on for it. And, of course, we have a couple of Let's Plays currently going on the channel, though Spider-Man 2 is about to finish. It's going to finish tomorrow. We're going to get up the final 3 parts tomorrow, just because we have an odd number of parts left. And, yeah, the final part of the Let's Play will announce what's going to replace it, but I'm also going to put up a separate video to announce it as well. We are also playing through Poppy Playtime starting this week. This is going to start this Saturday, and while it's not replacing Anno Mutationum, it's just a temporary hold, because Anno Mutationum is just on break for now, before we get to the final parts of it. We're going to do Poppy Playtime probably for 2-3 weeks, something like that, depending on how long it is, and just kind of go from there. So, yeah, Poppy Playtime, by the way, is a donation reward Let's Play for Venom. And if you want to know how to donate for a future Let's Play on the channel, just go to the channel search, and in one search, type in June Double Reward Month PS5. All one search. It should take you to the correct video that'll let you know everything you need to regarding how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. So, all of that being said, thank you as always so much for tuning in. And for now, close that. For now, um, thank. I distracted myself. For now, thank you so much as always for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.